We've been operating a very fair and equitable system over the past 8 years, and it works like this. In share number order 1 through 12, we invite the owners every October to start to choose their weeks they want to occupy for the following year. And once we've got the answers from all 12 people in order, 1 through 12, we put those names and dates into a calendar and then send the calendar back out for people to choose their second 2 weeks, but this time in reverse order, 12 through 1. And once those 2 processes are completed, we then enter that into a Google Calendar and that's sent out to all owners. So whilst that's a kind of formal process, in reality it's relatively informal. And let me explain why. Most of our owners are people without young children. They're not restricted by semesters, school holidays. And also they very quickly realise that here in Cilento, with a fantastic all year round temperate climate, there isn't really for our owners a low, medium and high season. Because there's always something to do here in every single month of the year. So the flexibility and the exchangeability is something we and our property management company help to organise. Well, unlike freehold purchase of an Italian property where the additional costs can mount up to 20% of the agreed price, because you have to consider Italian property taxes, Italian notary fees, Italian state agent fees, Italian architects and geometrists fees. With fractional ownership, the only extra costs are the fees that you may incur by using a legal advisor, and there is 0.5% due to the English government. That's known as stamp duty, because remember, you're buying a share in an English limited company that owns outright the property. So in summary, the only additional costs on top of your share price is 0.5% stamp duty and the fees for your legal advisor. Well, it's never happened, but it doesn't mean to say it never will happen. So written into the owner's rules and regulations is a simple clause that says when the invoice is raised for the following year's contributions, that invoice is normally issued in January. If after the due date 7 days has expired and that hasn't been paid, the property management company will report that to the board of directors of the house. They then have the decision to write to the owner requesting payment in full within 28 days. And if they still haven't paid, there's a simple trigger that starts the forfeiture of their share, which will be sold to cover any outstanding costs, and then the balance is paid to the outgoing owner. Each of our properties are carefully furnished by our interior designer to make sure every room, every bedroom has everything that we think our owners need to enjoy their property. That's right down to the last knife, fork, spoon, plate, cup, towel, everything is included. Part of the great joy of the Pinelli family and the collective ownership of the property, everyone takes a real pride in the house that they collectively own. So great care is taken by our owners to look after all of the contents, but accidents happen. So the property has an annual insurance policy that's an all-risk cover, and should anything be irreparable or damaged beyond repair, that's covered by the insurance, as is the building covered for all risks. Our whole concept is we want you to use your property as your place to come and relax. So if you don't want to, you don't have to be involved. That's what the property management company is there for. However, some owners choose and they want to become involved. So as a share owner in one of our properties, you have the right to become a board director and sit on the quarterly board meetings. And once every 6 months, we invite all owners, if they are available, to join in a virtual owners meeting by a Zoom conference. So the answer is you can become as involved or as little involved as you wish to.